ride. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Hatcher is the master of MTG. Oh, live streams and videos are never a bore. Streams are fun and super chaotic. You'll be back as it's all hypnotic. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Boy. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all on board. In the world of magic, the gathering needs a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never won't miss the vibe. Scrolling through my feed, looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us up all night. you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Scrolling through my feed, looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us up all night. Waking up early, smelling bacon in the air. Gotta start the day with a savory affair. Evening rolls around, time to chill and unwind. Tune in for chill streams where relaxation you'll find. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Board. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all aboard. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. What up, my friends? If you guys didn't hear, the newest arena update was so wild, most of my hair fell off. It's crazy. It's crazy how that goes. It's genuinely affected my life. I'm gonna start a support group for survivors of the Magic Arena update. It took my hair. It took my dignity. It took my sanity. I got nothing left. All right, hold on. Let me grab the live stream link and we'll share that in the Discord and we'll go from there. Deedly-dee. All right, there we go. That's good. So let's do our hellos here. What up, Gossett, Farky, Teferi, Eng, Keebler, Jess, Rays, Sandwich, Ned, Millmaster, Error, Yamagoro, Juglum, Rain, Gianna, Dragon Raider, Bull Falcon, Habanero, Jess. I think we got everybody. So, a blanket hello to anybody that I missed, which is a blanket saying hello to you, not me, so it doesn't really count. Maybe my hair got scared and shrank back into my head. Yeah. Habanero, it didn't cause my hair to fall out. It's still here. It just caused, like the same way like a lizard tail pops off. So it's the same kind of vibe. Make a perp chia pet. Put some chia seeds up here. Bull Falcon, you got your haircut today too? Oh, we're haircut brothers. We are haircut brothers. You know what? The arena update got people pulling their hair out. I don't know if you guys saw it. The arena update is like 9.5 gigs of updating. Some people are like, yo, it's going to take my phone 10 hours. 10 hours to download it. So I downloaded the update and I played arena and I couldn't tell any difference. What did that like 10 gigs of downloading even do? Right? Farky, have I ever dyed my hair? No. It's pretty funny actually for you to start the sentence, perp, have you ever dyed your hair? When people call me perp because I used to have purple hair. So yeah, I've definitely dyed my hair. I dyed my hair like many years ago when I was like a teenager, and then I dyed my hair again when I went back to college because it was just like I thought it would help me pick up college chicks. And it worked. I mean, I probably would have picked them up anyways, but I had the hair dye thing going on, and then it got to the point where somehow society switched around. Dyed hair used to mean you just, who's got some drugs, right? Dyed hair now means I'm mentally ill and very political, right? Like that tends to be what it means. You got like the side of your head shaved and a big florp of whatever. So the combination of the changing of the meaning of having dyed hair and the fact that I just got bored of it. I just got bored of it. Carly says, you heard it here. He dyed his hair to trick young women. I got swindled. Well, we can always just get divorced. I'm fine with that. I'm ready to lay down and give up on life entirely. So if you want to walk out the door, that'll just make it that much easier. You know what I mean? You can go on and have a full good life. I will lay down and meld with the floor. I will become one with the floor and give up on existence. What up, Sandwich? What up, Haskins? Oh, there's a new work in progress of my Paragon card. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, that looks a lot more like me than the original did. We're making some progress here. Right on. I don't know if we want to make my neck a little less fat. It's too accurate. It's too accurate to my actual in real life neck fat. Keebler, you never knew I had purple hair. You call me perp because other people did. That's it. It's just a holdover. The channel used to be called MTG Purple. I used to have purple hair, and that was like 1,000,000 years ago. 1,000,000 years ago. And yeah, I can't even remember when I stopped dyeing it purple, but I feel like it must have been 3 or 4 years ago now. What up, Cosmic? How you doing? Mailmaster, you feel like you're watching a TV program called The Canadian Haircut? Well, that doesn't sound like an award-winning show, honestly. I wouldn't watch it. I would not watch it. Jim says Wizards is selling cloud storage to Amazon and using our phones as the hardware. The 9 gig update was just cloud information being stored for another company. I thought, like, I went to play Arena on this computer and it hadn't been updated in a bit. So when it said 9.5 gigs, I was just like, what? How many updates has the computer missed? So I just said, no way. So I shut it down, and then I went over to the other computer and booted it up Arena, and it went, gotta download 9.5 gigs. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Keebler, there is no 6th color of Magic. There is no purple in Magic. Farky, would I ever dye my hair again? It's possible. It's possible. Right now, it's not probable, because I just don't feel like it. I'd have to feel like it, you know? I liked having it purple for a while there. It was fun. It was different. I liked having the purple hair, purple shoes, and like purple sunglasses to get a whole vibe going on. It was awesome. But times change. And now I would not be interested in it at this current junction. Juglum. You like my haircut? Did Carly do it? She did. Yes, she did. And she did a good job. She did a good job. Jess, you having connection issues? Looks like the stream's stable on my end, bro. Zircon just got back from seeing Beetlejuice. How disappointing was it? How much of a letdown is the new Beetlejuice? I imagine it's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible overall. But then, I'm a pretty cynical dude, you know? I don't have much hope for things being good nowadays. I'm feeling like, today I've been feeling super cynical about Magic the Gathering. At least Magic the Gathering for me. It seems like a bunch of people are, hey, I'm having fun with it and whatever. But like, we're moving out of Bloomborough and we're moving into Duskmorn. And it's kind of it's reminding me how things were. You know what I mean? Like Markov Manor and Thunder Junction were back-to-back bad times, right? And now it's like Duskmorn is incoherent randomness. And well, Zircon, you're glad you went. It was super nostalgic and you had dad joke level humor there. Well, as long as you enjoyed it, that's what matters, buddy. If you had a good time, then it's worth it for you. What up, Miko? Millmaster has 1100 baud. Oh, the old days of modems, bro. What up, Kensuke? How you doing, buddy? So yeah, I definitely have been feeling cynical about Magic. You know, Duskmorn is wonky. It's not. I mean, what the norm of Magic flavor is changing, and the game has changed into Commander, right? More and more, it's becoming that. It's just like, yo, it's Commander time, and it's like, all right. And then the one-on-one Magic is just insane power crept nonsense where it's like, yo, I hope you like getting ramrodded by slick shots or just getting deep cavern batted constantly, because if you want to play like any kind of standard one-on-one Magic, that's what you're going to get. Like, you've got Commander is all you can find in person, it seems like. And then with one-on-one Magic, it's just this super accelerated, I'm going to try and tug it on you. Oh, I couldn't. Okay, I can see. Goodbye. It's just like it's over so fast in either direction, right? And honestly, I'm encouraged to concede rapidly too. The whole thing, it's just like, it's built into it. You don't even feel like you're playing against a person. It's so randomized. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know not everybody feels this way, obviously. That's just currently the juncture that I'm at. I feel like I'm on this like plateau kind of thing, and it could go one way or another. I could adjust more to what Magic is and start enjoying myself more, or I could just move further away from the game, right? It feels like one of those two options are going to happen, and I don't know which. I don't know which way it's going to go. Chim, Dustmore floats your boats because you love 80s horror. They've beaten any resistance to non-fantasy audio. Well, there you go. At the end of the day, I mean, this is what Magic is now. And saying that it's not what it was, it doesn't change anything, right? It's just ridiculous. So, I don't know, man. Like, how long until Magic is completely incoherent with all AI art and themes that are just based on what's popular in this one exact moment with no regard for anything actually making even the slightest bit of sense, right? I don't know. Magic, you know what? I do recognize, though, Magic has been too big a part of my life for too long, which is part of what causes these problems for me. So I need to spend more time on other things as well and making some other stuff. Me and Carly, our first movie video is almost done. It's pretty long. It's probably going to be about an hour and a half long, reviewing 3 different horror movies. And then we're going to talk about other stuff too. We're going to sit down on Saturday and we're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm going to start doing stuff like that with her and some other random content. But I feel like right now I'm in a really weird spot. Jess, yeah, you'd be disappointed with the whole me not shaving because I can't really grow a full-on beard, and it takes a long time for the hair to grow in. We did like a month-long me growing a beard challenge, and it turned out terribly. Jester, what's the word on the street? Ennui? Maybe? Juglum, here's the problem. I'm not interested in Commander. Like, I don't want to play 4-player Magic. That is the big problem for me, is that there's no real haven left, it feels like. When the flavor of Magic has changed so much that it doesn't feel like what Magic was anymore, and the game has changed more and more to being Commander, I don't care for Commander. Like, it's not a format that I find myself enjoying. So it is what it is. That's what everybody wants to play. That's what everyone wants to play. If that's what the new people get in with, that's what the new people get in with. But I have no drive to play Commander, you know? Chim, the hen's unstoppable. Hell yeah, buddy. Thompson, how was my day? Not too bad. How's your day been treating you? Miko, November is coming. That's true. November's my birth month, and we'll also be getting Foundations, right? Which is mostly normal level Magic. And by normal, I just mean stuff I'm more accustomed to. Bloomborough gave me a breather, and it gave me the illusion that everything was all right to a degree. And now the illusion is drifting away in the background. And I'm like, no, stay. I wish to live in delusion. Put me back in the Matrix. Habanero, yeah, you want to maintain your cube a particular way. So the new stuff is just going to be overpowered for it, right? Thompson, you started on Modern and liked it a lot, but all your friends play Commander, so you started playing that more. You know, that might be part of the issue for me as well, honestly, is that pretty much all my friends who played Magic don't play Magic anymore. Like, I can think of two. I have like 2 friends left who play Magic. I ran into one of them tonight, actually. And we were talking about, like, he doesn't care that much about Magic anymore. So I have one friend who's super into Magic left. And that could be part of the issue. When I go out to the Friday night stuff, it seems like there's nobody there to even play anymore. Overall, that's how it's been the last number of times I went. So I don't know what's going on. Everything is changing. And I guess I am not adapting effectively enough to the change. So that's just the way life goes, right? Like, you can look at it and go, I'm so mad. Why doesn't everything stay the same? But that's not a reasonable way to look at things, right? Everything is always changing over time. And I got to have a great experience with Magic. It's been a big part of my life for a big chunk of it. But before, it was like, I was the guy, I was playing in tons of Magic tournaments. Then I was the guy running Magic tournaments and supplying the store with cards and all this kind of stuff. And all of those roles have kind of fallen away, where obviously I still talk about Magic in videos and stuff, but it's not the same anymore, you know? So I don't know what happens next. And change can make you feel uneasy. And I do feel somewhat uneasy at this juncture. Shelton, you got to play your cube today with some friends? Nice. That's awesome. I'm going to get to go to an event in Toronto in a couple of weeks, and I'll get to throw down some cube, be around some Magic players in person and stuff. So who knows? Maybe that will help balance me out a bit. Wells, you had fun teaching your class today? Well, that's good. Habanero, Magic doesn't feel like what you're comfortable with now. It feels like the age of Commander the Gathering. That's it. That is what it is. Zircon, at least limited, is 1 versus 1. That's true. If you go and play in like pre-releases and stuff like that, that's what me and my buddy have been doing, right? The one who's about Magic now, he's still down for pre-releases. I don't know if that'll change, but he was talking about how it's insane how you can spend so much money on Magic now and just end up with all your cards being completely worthless. He's like, I'm not expecting to come out ahead at all. But before, you could expect to get some reasonable value here or there, and it seems like it's just gone. So Keebler, I definitely have friends. There's no worries that I'm friendless. I'm a friendly guy. People like me. And but you know what? The pandemic came along and it got us all staying indoors. And I don't think I've ever gotten back to like the full level of socializing. So maybe the problem isn't even Magic specifically. Maybe it's just that I am not spending enough time socializing with people, and I am too shut off, left with my own thoughts and everything else, right? Maybe I'm putting too much weight on all this, because there is a part of me that when people go, "You're taking this too seriously, just have fun with it," it doesn't sound like the worst advice, but I can't just make myself do it. Chim, this sounds like a coming-of-age film with driving montages and moody alternative music. Do I think Magic Standard will open back up with Foundations? I doubt it. I doubt it. You know? I don't think that Foundations... we don't go backwards. It's never going to be like it was, right? It's not. And that's fine. I'm not here going, it needs to be what it was. I got to experience Magic in a different number of forms, including the original form where you couldn't even go online and look on the internet. There was only a couple of sets. Like, I was there at the beginning, right? So I've gone through a lot. And who knows? Maybe if I had a fucking friend group that was hardcore into Magic and was playing it all the time and they had all these decks and stuff, maybe I would even feel different about Commander. Possibly, right? But I hated playing multiplayer with those friends. So I feel like it's just... I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Miko, it's all Phoenix's fault? Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. Jesse, you want him to slow down the pace. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that's not going to happen. The pace is only going to quicken. We're only going to go further and faster with this, right? With like more and more disparate concepts. So I think one of the things may be that I need to stop caring as much about Magic's flavor in particular. But if I stop caring about the flavor, will I care about the gameplay anymore? I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. And ultimately, if it turns into something along the lines of it's time to greatly reduce the presence of Magic in my life, that's okay too. That's all right, you know? There's lots of things to enjoy in life. And for all I know, focusing so much on making Magic content has stopped me from creating things that will make me even happier. Like, I like making videos for people. I like making people happy. But maybe I can be happier, you know? This is probably just... this is just the way you feel when it's time to reevaluate the current circumstances. And Duskmorn is bringing me back to that. I got a break through Bloomborough, and now I'm returning to that because this feeling isn't exactly new, but I had basically gone, like, put your head in the sand style when Bloomborough was around because I was right into it. Boardman, you want more Space Pup Commanders? Anything's possible now. They got a space set coming out in 2025. Whatever insane things you can think of, they're going to jam into Magic. Like, I don't have the anger that I had in the Kaladesh days where I was getting bent out of shape. It's funny how people will bring that up sometimes when I'm ranting about this stuff. Well, Kaladesh had this and you didn't care. And it's like, are you out of your mind, bro? I made insane ranty videos about that. The start of some of my videos show me, if you go back to my older videos, I'm burning vehicles and stuff. So, no, I definitely got worked up about Kaladesh. But back in Kaladesh, Kaladesh days, I made jokes like, hey guys, none of this fits in the world. Like, this is like, imagine, remember in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf drove a tank? And since I've made that joke, they have added Gandalf and tanks into Magic. So you can have Gandalf drive a tank in Magic the Gathering. And they've just taken it so much further. So there are people who look at me and go, you're crazy. Look at all this stuff that they've added to Magic. Why do you even care about this? Why is this a problem, right? And it's because I've been around for forever, and the majority of my experience had none of this. All the insane nonsense showed up in like the last 5, 6, 7 years, which is a long time for a lot of Magic players, but not for me. Not for me. Machinist, Bloomborough didn't seem to last long enough. It's super condensed, bro. It got less than 2 months as the mastery pass on Arena, you know? Jess, there are 50 million Magic players? I don't know if that's true, but there definitely are millions. There definitely are millions. Millmasters say, come on over to his place if your relationship with Magic is failing. I wouldn't say my relationship is failing because that's the kind of language that I would use if I was talking about a relationship with Carly. Like, this is just a hobby of mine. Playing Magic is a hobby of mine. And I enjoy Magic. And I like Magic. But I used to like ultra love Magic. So, yeah, you know, maybe it would help if I busted out some old school Chandelar and tweaked those knobs up a bit. Tweak the knobs. Woo! Hello, Tokyo. So yeah, I'm not trying to sound massively complainy here. This isn't a woe is me situation because totally, I got to have a ton of enjoyment out of this all along. Magic survived way longer than I ever could have conceived of when I started playing, and nothing can remove the fun that I had, the friendships that I made. Like, Magic has been such a thing in my life that's even what me and Carly talked about when we got together. Turns out she played Magic. And so, like, there's just this through line of my life where a lot of it has Magic involved in it, but it's not a necessity. And I don't feel lost. I don't feel like, oh, I'm so depressed over it or anything. You know what I mean? I just feel uncertain. I'm curious about the future, but also there's a part of me that I don't want to be in a future where I don't love Magic the same way, but I don't see how that's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if this is making sense because a lot of you probably aren't in the same boat as me. Most people seem to just be having a good time with it and don't have any issues, or the things that bother them aren't bothering them that much, right? Lightwave says, we watch your videos and tune in for you. Magic has just been a vehicle. No matter what you do with your creative energy, we'll be eager to consume your creations. Well, thanks for saying that, buddy. And I'm glad you feel that way. I know there is a core of people who are down to hang out with me for live streams, for talking about all kinds of different stuff. And then there are a bunch of people who are specifically there because they care about Magic the Gathering. So any kind of changing up that I make will mean that some people will go, yeah, I wish you the best of luck, bro. You're all good and everything, but I have no interest in hearing from you if it's not about Magic. And that's totally fine. And there's some people who are like, I don't care what we're doing. I don't care if you're drawing butts on turkeys or whatever. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And whatever else I move into, I'll just find new people that way. There's people who watch my Magic videos and go, I don't know anything about Magic, but I like watching this guy. So I know, like, I don't have to deal with the fear of if I stop making Magic videos, no one will watch my stuff. It is totally possible that if I stop making Magic videos and make other things, that I may need to go and get a different job or whatever because this will no longer pay the bills. And it is what it is. I mean, if I'm miserable making Magic videos, which is not what I'm currently saying now, I'm talking about a theoretical future. But if it becomes a miserable experience for me, then it would just be like, why be miserable making stuff about something you once loved for the money? Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So, I don't know. I do appreciate that I can share my unfiltered thoughts with you guys, and I don't feel like I have to, like, what is it? Like, I don't have to word this in a particular way to make myself, like, shown in a certain light or to make you guys think something other than what's going on, you know? Error, you want more aliens? Well, you're going to get a bunch. You're going to get a bunch. Habanero, habanero, whoa, 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 like Canyon Arrow. If I was to compare my current passion for Magic against my passion for Magic in the past, would you say I'm more passionate about it than I was more passionate about it than I am now? Yes. Like, they have diluted the flavor of Magic to the degree, like, It's a number of things. I probably could have handled just one thing happening, but when you take the diluting of the actual flavor of Magic, which is really important to me, but not important to a bunch of other people. Like, there are people who go, lore doesn't matter, right? Like, there'll be magoos who, like, literally leave comments going, I don't understand why you're complaining at all. And stop whining. And then somebody else will go, oh, he's complaining because the lore in this doesn't match up. And then that person will go, I don't care about the lore. Also, I didn't watch the video. What are you even doing here? Do you know what I mean? So not everybody cares the same way about the same things. Lore doesn't matter the same way to a lot of people. So there are people like, who cares if the story doesn't make sense? I got a beep boop robot I like. And it's like, fine. I can't say that is not an okay way to approach it. It's your fucking hobby. Enjoy it the way you want to. I enjoy the story, the lore. It all adds depth. And when you take it away, you're taking away something for me. So when you've got lore where they barely seem to care, the incoherent flavor of Magic combined with the fact that the power creep is out of control, all the cards are full of a million words, so there's no room for flavor text to help world building. So you can't just go, I'll get my world building from the cards, because the cards are fucking jocks holding zombie heads running. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And then the card quality is piss poor, and Magic costs fucking like 150 to 200% more than it used to. So when you put all those together, I can't be as passionate as I was, bro. You know what I mean? Teferi, you're playing against a card that reads ability. Dude, does it literally say ability 172037? I wonder what the update they did is actually intended for at 9.5 gigs. Jugglum, you get me. You still love Magic, but don't play. That's okay. You love the game and a lot of the cards. Well, there you go. Keep enjoying it, buddy. Keeble, you don't play Magic anymore. You're just here for me. Well, the good news is I don't plan to go anywhere. I don't plan to leave. So, yeah, Magaro, Time Spiral 2 broke you of the habit of being too dependent on Magic for your happiness. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. I recognize that I may have too much of an attachment to the game. So, you know, it is what it is. For the longest time, I didn't need to reevaluate that. And now, I do to a degree. Miko, you're here for me, not just the Magic. Your friend hasn't bought any Magic in 3 years. Fair enough. What up, Cheevers? How you doing? I'm glad you like my hair, bro. DeVoe, wait. Whoa, wait a minute. When is the butt drawing? That's funny. Jester says, new miserable experience. No thank you. No thank you. Yeah, my girl, you took a break from buying sealed. Now you can enjoy what intrigues you and ignore everything else. You know, maybe part of it is because I do Magic news. It means that I need to be aware of everything that's going on with it, right? And so it makes me keenly aware of the current state of things. And other people who are just engaging with it on different levels don't have that issue. Chim, that's right. Space opera's on its ways. Dale, you've actually started watching my live streams more than my Magic videos. You got burnt out on Magic last year. Well, I'm glad you like the streams, bro. James P, bacon matters. It sure does. Millmaster Super Chat says, spin that haircut. What, you think I can't? Whoa! I just did the unthinkable, the unexpected. You thought it'd be a wheel, but I'm the wheel deal. Thanks for the super chat, Millmaster. I've gotta save that $3 because apparently from the way that I'm talking, this is my swan song, right? Well, actually, no, it doesn't really sound like that, does it? It really sounds more like I am at a crossroads of thought. Thanks for the tree. Thanks for the trees, boy. Broy. Chim says, as long as Gollum gives me a fish before Mrs. Butterworth taps my goat tickler, the lore comes second. God. Cheevers, you think I'm absolutely right about the state of Magic? Bloomburrow was great, the limited set was great, but my take on the game's absolutely right. Well, fair enough. But I don't think that I represent your average everyday Magic player anymore. Once upon a time, I was like your average everyday Magic player. And now I am like I'm old. I'm old man magic. That's what I am. Gotta give some hearts to people who said they're not tools. I like that. I like that in the spoiler videos at the end now, saying some phrase that people can say to let me know they made it all the way to the end of the video. You know, like that part makes me happy. It makes me happy that even if I'm not happy with what's going on with the magic cards and stuff, people are not happy with my newest video. It's still mostly happy, let's be real. But my videos normally don't go below like a 94, 95% approval rating. This one's got 89%, which is still a great percentage, but that's funny. Too much old man complaining about the fucking flavor and everything being all over the place. Millmaster, I do not know what movie you're referencing, bro. Achievers, I don't know, man. Standard online is like the pace of everything. I don't like how fast the games go. I don't like games that are over in 3 turns because you've either been so dominated or so dominated your opponent. And people leave at the first hint of any kind of, I'm going to steamroller you. Hold on, I'm going to put one pinky finger in the way your steamroller. I concede. I don't have time for this. It's like, okay. I concede way faster than I used to. It's so nutty. Chim, you think most Magic players don't know what a secret layer is? I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know. At this point, they've been around for a few years and people see cards from them. So I have a hard time believing that. So yeah, I mean, I guess like in one way I've been blessed to be around long enough that I've watched everything change, but it has changed enough now that I don't know where I fit anymore. I guess that is what it is. Like, I want to be part of the fun, having a fun time with everybody, but it's like we were playing hockey and now all of a sudden we're playing fucking tag or something. And it's just like, but keep your stick on the ice. Oh, we don't use sticks anymore. What? Yeah, get some tag gloves, bro. What? And hover boots. What? Also, you got to shave your ball bag for wind resistance. No. No. I draw the line at shaving my fucking ball bag, bro. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Jim, you think lots of people aren't in the sphere of watching out for product releases? Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I have a hard time believing people don't know what secret layers are, but I have an easy time believing that people don't know about Magic products because Wizards puts out 1 billion and I'm hyper focused on Magic. There's lots of other things where I have no idea what's being released. I don't know what movies are coming out. I don't know what new games are coming. I'm just an out of touch middle-aged man yelling about cardboard rectangles. Break stop sticks are upsetting, so they got banned. Machinist, where I fit? I'm a wizard. I'm an old wizard. That's where I fit. Well, the reality is I have no current plans to stop making Magic videos, and I have no plans to change the Magic historian. So what I can see happening theoretically is less frequent videos as I focus my time making content like of other types, right? So in a way, I can view what's going on with Magic through a positive light in that it will motivate me to just like try more things, to get out there and find out what else is going to be fun and make some more new digital friends talking about other things. James P. closed the store to play hockey on the rooftop. Listen, man, I'm not even supposed to be here today. Kansaki, oh, I'm very much middle-aged. I know it. I can't speak for anybody else, but I am middle-aged in years and definitely mentally. I am the world feels so different to me than it used to. And I feel old. Not like old, but I feel old, you know? So yeah, I noticed these. I've been having these feelings specifically today. I did the Duskmorn video, and there's some cards that I enjoy, but overall, it just feels chaotic, random nonsense. But at the end of the day, if a bunch of people if way more people are having fun with it, and there's only a small portion of us who don't like it, that's where Wizards goes, right? That's the reality of it. That's just, it makes sense from a business perspective. I've been going from a passion perspective. I didn't pick Magic to talk about because Magic is like the biggest subject out there, right? Magic is a small little drop in the ocean overall. Goddard, you doing good, buddy? Jim says, my bones hurt is a fact, not a catchphrase. Yeah. Yes, correct. Correct. But every once in a while, my brain goes back to what my buddy said when he was talking about another YouTuber who does Pokemon. And he's like, he's so excited about this stuff. And he's like, you know how you used to be about Magic. And it was just an offhand comment that really settled into my brain. Because it was like, it's true. I'm not enjoying it on the same level that I used to, you know? But I want to. I either want to enjoy myself more or spend my time doing other things. But I'm like a fucking caterpillar in the cocoon. And I can't, nobody can just come along and cut me out of it because then I can't squeeze my fluid out into my wings. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? So it's just something that I've got to sort out and figure out what I want to do. I'll say this. I'm very lucky that I haven't suffered the same fate that a lot of Magic channels seem to, where they just had a massive crash in viewership. I haven't had a massive crash in viewership. I have had a bit of a decline here or there, but most of my videos get at least 10,000 views. People watch my stuff and they're overwhelmingly enjoying it. It's kind of funny to be in a position where you can have 95% of people who watch your video enjoy it, but then you're sitting there going, I don't feel like I fit right the way I used to. I don't know where it goes. I don't know if it's just a little bit of a shift and then I'm where I need to be, or if the peg needs to move. Wait, this sounds like whatever, who cares? You guys can make your pegging jokes. Goddard, long busy week, ready for the weekend? Hell yeah. Millmaster, well, that's the thing is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people said they wanted to pay for properly designed, designed, or passably designed Magic sets, or you can go to Wizards right now and go, I will pay you for this. It doesn't matter because more people will pay for this other stuff, and more importantly, they can hot dog grind this stuff out at an accelerated pace, right? So they're not interested in sustainability. This is the dating, not marriage mentality. That's really what it is. We're going to have a brief relationship. I'm going to get what I want out of it, and I don't care if you end up unhappy at the end. So, and there's lots of people who are playing Magic now and getting into it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad I got to experience it the way that I did. And I am curious to see what the future is going to bring. You're right, Miko. Quick buck is all they're looking for now. It's true. Once upon a time, the company genuinely cared about their product, and they don't anymore. Just 5 more channels. See, I don't feel like making a bunch of new channels to explore other interests. I think I'm just going to use Hatcher more for a catch-all and just do everything over there. You know, the Historian's going to remain the same, talking about Magic. The only shift I could see happening on the Historian is me going, okay, I'm going to talk about Magic and other TCGs on that channel. That's the biggest shift I could see happening, at least at this juncture. And then Hatcher can just be everything else. Like me and Carly are doing movie reviews, and we talked about different places to put them, different locations, and ultimately decided that Hatcher is where it's gonna be, you know? I'm not really doing anything with that channel currently. I can just put random things on there and see what happens. Just create whatever makes me happy. I've also thought about just doing more streaming overall, you know? Maybe making less videos and starting to do some Twitch streaming and stuff like that on top of it. Stream some random games, which won't be as appealing to people who already are just used to the just chatting style streams. But if I'm having a good time, then that's fine. You know what I mean? I can just branch out into other stuff. Yeah, Magaro, I know I've got my cube, but I barely get to play it anymore. If I go down to the game store and there's nobody really there for Magic, who am I playing the cube even with, you know? I have fewer friends who actually specifically play Magic, so I'm going to get to enjoy my cube in a couple of weeks, but it's just, yeah, it's a number of factors. So I appreciate that you're trying to bring positive mentality, all that goodness, and trying to remind me of the goodness that is the cube, man. Cheevers, you overwhelmingly enjoy my stuff, but when you see a new video on the state of Magic, you click right away. Hey, fair enough. Everybody has their own different levels of interaction and what they want to see and when they want to see it. And I do not expect anybody to feel like they have to watch my videos, have to watch my streams, have to watch them at a particular time, and whatever else. People are going to decide their own level of interaction and what they want to do the same way I'm going to choose what I want to make and what I want to do. It's all free flow. I'm not going to try and manipulate you guys. None of it, you know? It's all good. Kansuki, hey, I appreciate it, buddy. I see that you're one of the handful of dedicated people that use their Prime subs on my Twitch account, and I appreciate it. Chim, pick an MMO and we all guild up and rule the land. It's not the worst idea. I did recently think about how cool it would be. Like, I want to play Minecraft, but I don't really want to play by myself. And I thought about a couple different things. I could just find a random server somewhere and join it, or maybe play with some of the people who watch my stuff. I don't know. But I have thought about it. Lightwave, yep, there is shorts, the Instagram and TikTok stuff, just making goofy little funny things or whatever. I'm biased, right? I like longer content and don't watch shorter content, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't make it for other people to enjoy, right? Like a chef doesn't insist on only making the food that he likes to eat, does he? So, I don't know. I'm on a journey of discovery right now. Farky, you didn't know I had a Twitch? I do. You probably didn't know about it because I haven't done an actual Twitch stream probably in a couple of years, you know? Kensuke, no, the thing is, any stream that I've done on Twitch has been a purely technical maneuver because Twitch is like, if you don't do a live stream every 6 months or something like that, then they'll take away your affiliate status. I don't know if they changed that, but so every once in a blue moon, I pull out my phone, turn on the Twitch app, start a live stream, see that it's gone live, and then just boop, end the stream. So if you go and look at whatever Twitch stream's up there right now, it will be a red screen for a couple of seconds with a background noise, and that's it. That's it. Lightwave, yeah, the fact that, like, I don't know if there's any MMOs worth playing, in all honesty. Miko, that's a lot of exclamation marks. You're super excited about that idea. Juglum, start a Hatcher clan on Final Fantasy XIV. Never played it. Miko, you hate shorts, but your kid... yeah, the new generations love short-form content. Carly watches a bunch of it. I'm not going to pretend like I don't see one here or there that I check out. But by and large, I don't really, you know? Zircon, we could set up a community server. See, that would be cool. It'd be cool to have like a community Minecraft server we all play on. Habanero, you could try and ask the guy who runs a Minecraft server that you play on if he's willing to invite you. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think so. I mean, I guess part of it is I want to play old school modded Minecraft with the mods that I know and like. I want to play like old school Infinity Horizons, which I don't even know if I go and look online if there's anybody running those servers, because it's like a old mod pack way before they added in all kinds of stuff. So like I'm living in the past. I guess it's a theme. That's a theme for this stream. Jess, yeah, I don't really see myself playing World of Warcraft. I never got into that one, buddy. Jesse, stream plus react vids would be cool. I mean, I have considered it. I have considered it. James P., you don't know if TikTok's ready for me? Zircon, we could set up anything. You know, there's a ton of 1.12 packs still around. I don't know what's what anymore. I just know I have the old Feed the Beast installed on my computer, and I was looking like I want to play Infinity Horizons, but I'm jonesing for the days when this was before I started doing YouTube. There was a period of like a year or so where I got my best friend into Minecraft. And I didn't think he was going to like it, actually. Like, I got, like, hooked into Minecraft. I was like, yo, this is awesome. So I got my best friend into it. And, like, I was building a sky palace. And he was down in this town. And he's like, is this town up for grabs? Can I just, like, whatever? And I'm like, yeah, no worries. Take whatever you want from it, kind of deal. And then I had to go. And I logged off. And I presumed that my friend would play for a little bit, be disinterested, and leave. When I logged in the next day, he had dismantled the entire village. And I looked over the side of my sky palace, and there was this huge long wall. And I went, and he built this massive farm. And I'm like, what? He got right into it. And then he had some other friends, and we all became friends, and we started playing Minecraft, and we were on TeamSpeak at the same time. So we would just be chatting, talking about all this stuff, playing Minecraft for hours. And we built these big sprawling bases, and I built a railway line that ran through everyone's bases, and I would make people jetpacks and stuff. So I would just leave them gifts. I'd ride the train over to their base, leave them a bunch of gear with signs saying what it was, and they'd be like, yo, thanks for all this goodness. And it was so much fun. It was fun seeing all the stuff they built and interacting with them. All of it. It was great. Zircon, you have a server you could use for that? Well, I'm not going to say no, bro. I'm not going to say no to that. If you want to set up a Minecraft server of the world that I want to play in, I'll come play for sure. James P, TikTok lets you put up to 10-minute videos on there now. All right, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Farky, I don't think I've ever heard of Age of Mythology. Should have recorded your reactions to the Chi video. Yeah. Jess, am I going to the Minecraft movie? No fucking chance on earth. Will I watch the Minecraft movie? At some point, yes. I'm not going to the theater. Well, I guess I shouldn't say no chance on earth. Because if me and Carly really start getting into the movie reviews and I do other movie reviews and stuff, I may want to see the movies faster. So I might actually end up going to the theater. But right now, the gut reaction is no. First of all, it looks terrible. So if a movie looks terrible, why would I want to go to the theater to see it? But I do love Minecraft. So I want to see the world that they built. I don't care about Jack Black as Steve. Steve is a voiceless avatar for you. That's who you are. So having Jack Black as Steve, I reacted to that the same way that Buddy did in the commercial. He's like, okay. Like that's what happened. Jason Momoa reacts to Jack Black going, I'm Steve. And he goes, okay. That's how it felt. That's how it felt. So yeah, I don't know, man. There's multiple options. Yeah, like Jesse is saying, I could take little chunks of the stream, just little bits, and put them out there so that people can just get that, right? Bam, bam, bam. I don't know. I'm two ways right now. There's a part of me that is mourning for what I feel like I've lost in Magic, and I can feel it inside me, and it makes me a little bit sad. And then there's a part of me that's excited for the potential of the future, but also there is the part of me, even though there's evidence to the contrary, that, like, you know, you have your own doubts and whatever. There's parts of me that it's just like, you could do other things and then nobody's going to be interested in any of it. And that would be unfortunate because I really like entertaining people. But at the end of the day, I'm also willing to do it for a small audience. So the only reason that's disappointing is I don't want to have to go and get a 9-to-5 job. I very much would like to continue to be a live streamer, video creator. So I'm going to do everything that I can to make that a reality without having to be fake and make content that I don't want to make, you know? Miko, did you just ask if I have a fucking Discord when at literally the beginning of every stream I say, okay, I'm going to tell everybody in the Discord we're streaming? Did you just fucking ask me that? Do you really? Hey Mike, do you have a nose? Fuck you, Miko! Be here on time for once, you fucking dickhead! Join the Discord already, you fucking cockbag! That'll be my tagline to get people to join the Discord. Join the Discord, idiot! It's a perfect place for fucking idiots! Millmaster, there's always only perps? Yo. We're not to the point where I'm gonna sell my flexing holes yet. Oh man. Oh fuck. Bo Falcon, you don't want a fucking idiot? That sounds terrible. I don't know. She's got a sweet body. I've messed around with idiots. There was a chick who didn't know what raccoons were. And I was like, oh, you're really dumb. I could never be in a real relationship with you. But I also came out to meet you on this date. And this was a chick. I was cracking jokes and being clever because that's what I do on dating apps and shit. And she just fucking cut through all that. I kept cracking wise and saying all this stuff. And she's like, so do you want your dick sucked or not? And I'm like, fuck yeah, what are we waiting for? You know? So I met up with her. And then she didn't know what a raccoon was. What's that? I'm like, oh, God. First of all, the way you ask that is terrible. The fact that you don't know what a raccoon is fucking insane to me. And so I'm like, that's a raccoon. What does it want? I'm like, well, people feed it when they shouldn't. So people will throw these wild animals food, and then the animals will associate people with free food, and they'll come up to their vehicles, and then they'll fucking get run over and stuff. It's actually really bad for the animals and their survivability. I want to feed it, was her response. And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm like, no, don't feed it. So got some chug-a-lugging and then got out of there and was just like, have a good life. Miko, your kid asked why you were laughing and you said you were getting cursed at. Daddy's dumb. That's why. Tell him. Your dad's an idiot. James P., why would I want to repost news videos? Juggle them, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. If this all falls apart, I'm going to get an anime avatar, a voice changer to make it sound like I'm a girl. How you guys doing today? And then I'm going to sell fucking anime farts in a jar. I'll just be like... Who's got $500? I'll fucking put them in jars called peppermint blush. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh. Chicks out there making more money than I ever will in my whole life selling their farts in jars, son. Yeah, if somebody's overhears the stream who's not watching it, they'll be like, what the hell's going on? Anyways, I'm gonna go add some more water to this cup and add another edible to me. I'll be right back. Oh, I guess, you know what? Let's do it. Let's intermiss. Where is it? Is it gone? The fuck? Is the intermission gone? Oh, there it is. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Zircon, I saw your message, buddy. I'll figure out which version it is, and I'll let you know. When the stream's over, I'll go check that out. I'll go check it out. By the way, guys, thank you for using my Amazon link. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support you have all given me over this time frame. You know, I've had such an awesome time doing YouTube, making videos, live streaming, and all that I think that's like part of what ties into the whole thing that's going on with Magic, is because so much of what I've done has predominantly been about Magic. Feeling differently about that makes me worry about all this not being the same anymore. And I don't want that, you know? I want to have an awesome time. I want to be happy. I want to make other people happy. I just want to have fucking fun together. And I mean, Magic changing obviously is a fucking problem, but like, I recognize that some of the problem is just internally with me, you know? So I'm working on it. Miko, your kids singing Don't Be a Dink. Click my Amazon link. There you go. It's catchy, bro. It's catchy. It's catchy. He's got the right attitude. He's going to grow up to be somebody who uses my Amazon link. Miko's like, yes, Rush, I can play tomorrow. Bum, bum, bum. I'm totally, no Rush. Zircon, I'm actually kind of the same mentality as Miko. Like, I've been playing Arena pretty much every day, like for months and months and months. And now with this new Duskmorn stuff, like, I only played a tiny little bit of Arena today. The tiniest little bit. And I could see myself taking my Arena time and swapping it over into Minecraft time. I could see myself getting right into it, actually, and playing for hours, because I vibe on that, right? Maybe even do some Minecraft streams. Maybe that's what I'll do over on Twitch. I don't know. I'm trying to look at what's going on as an opportunity to expand out into other things, because you tend to get into habits. You tend to get into grooves, you know? So I feel like that has somewhat happened to me, where I used to be more loose and easy, and now I'm tight and sleazy. Whatever the fuck that means. Fark, you realized you had my stream going on your PC in the other room? That's fine, bro. You're allowed to watch me on multiple units at the same time. I accept that. Zircon, it'll take you time to configure and stuff. Earliest you touch it is this weekend. Well, fair enough. I'll get you the info and you can sort it out. No worries. No worries, buddy. No rush. It don't matter. You know? It's just a lark we're talking about anyways. So we'll see if it's doable. Miko, you haven't played Arena since I did the guide about to finish the mastery? What? What does that mean? Yeah, I want to have a chill Minecraft time. I want to play with people who are chill. I'm not interested in people who want to smash up your base and steal your shit and all that. I want to play on a server where you can just be like, all right, I claimed this territory. Nobody can fuck with my shit. And it's actually like programmed into the fucking server, right? I don't play the style of, you gotta hide your base from me because otherwise I'm gonna come and TNT it and take all your shit. It's like, no, I want to build a world and have fun. I have a very friendly Minecraft style. I like to help each other out, build bases, connect them up, have fun, all that goodness. Jim, you haven't played Arena since around Zendikar Rising? I took like a year and a half off of Arena, I feel like. And then I got back in earlier this year and played a whole bunch because it was the lead up to Bloomburrow. I was super excited about Bloomburrow, so I wanted to build up a ton of resources so I could play as much Bloomburrow as to like my heart's content. And that's what I did. I've been playing as much as I want. And now with Duskmorn on the horizon, I'm like, well, you know what? It might be time to ease off, slow down on the Arena for a bit, and play some other stuff, you know? But I'll still have all my resources on Arena for when I'm feeling it again. And it's not like I can't boot it up here or there, right? Jester, you did a bunch of Bloomburrow drafts today to get up to Platinum rank. I'll look at you, fancy boy. Miko, yep, I'm used to that, being able to claim stuff. Cheevers, playing the Artifact draft on Arena. All right, those events can be fun, man. Habanero, griefing's a bannable offense on the server you play on. That's the vibe that I like. Zircon, you suck at building. You tend to dig a hole, then automate all the things. You and me are the same. I can make pretty cool buildings, but I tend to not prioritize it. I tend to make myself a little hole that's safe from creepers and whatever else, and then I build up a certain level of technology, and then from that point on, I start to actually make like more of a base. Like in the current Minecraft session that I've been having, I decided I kind of wanted to get into witchcraft. I started to collect up a bunch of witchcraft documents, a bunch of items for witchcraft, but I never actually really got into the mod. But I did build the witch's palm, which is this crazy red hand reaching up towards the sky, and it has all my Thaumcraft magical gear on it. So I do sometimes build some crazy shit. I've like gone to a lot of work sometimes to build some. I had an entire diamond castle once, and on that server there was people who were accusing me of being a duper. It's like, he's duping, and so one of the fucking mods came to me and it's like, yeah, we gotta talk about your castle. There's word of you duping and whatever. And I said, I haven't been duping. I've been fucking mining. This server had a mining world, and there was pickaxes that had like crazy levels of fortune on it, so you could get crazy amounts of resources. So I would just spend 8 hours a day mining in that world. I mined up all the diamonds to build my castle legitimately. So Buddy was like, yeah, I need you to come in here and talk to these mods and whatever else. And I said, look, like, I supported the server because I like it, all this other stuff, and I'm happy playing here, but I built all this legitimately. I got my stuff from the mining world. I'm not coming into some kind of fucking inquisition where I have to defend myself over this shit. It's not worth it to me. Like, at the end of the day, if you guys fucking ban me off the server, fine. I'll go play somewhere else or whatever else. But I'm not coming in and having a fucking voice chat with you guys over this. Sorry. And then my friend messaged me like half an hour later saying whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. I might get kicked off the server because they think that I'm duping or whatever. And then he was like, oh, that's bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, well, it is what it is. And then the mod fucking messaged me like basically during that chat and went, I saw what you were saying. It's like, you're all good. You don't got to worry. We know that you're legit. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going back to my thing. Because it's just like, yeah, I got a diamond castle, but look at everything else. If I was duping, why would I not have like 500 of the ultimate solar panels on all these other things too? I'm duping, but I only duped diamonds to build the castle, and I'm legitimately mining and building everything else? So they saw the logic of it. What up, Cramden? I'm doing all right, buddy. Zircon thinking whitelist only. That's a good way to keep control. Death to the false emperor. What are we talking about? Xeno scum now? What's going on? Cheevers. When you worked in a restaurant, everyone played on a server. That's cool. I like that. I like that sort of camaraderie. There was one guy who farmed like 1,000 diamonds and he'd give them to people. He got them all properly. He was just good. Nice. Yeah, I like hooking people up with stuff too. So I'll be like, here you go. I built myself a jetpack, and since I have all the gear to build a jetpack, I figured why not make multiple? Here's one for you. So my buddies would come back to their base, and there would just be an electric generator, and it's just like, put some wood in here, and there'd be a little armor stand with a jetpack. Here's a jetpack, and boots that will protect you if you fall from the sky, right? Yeah, it's fun to have a group of people to play with. I miss that. I genuinely miss that. I was thinking about that earlier today. I think I may not be spending enough time with other people. That might be part of it. Zircon, you're the same way. You want to give all the things, but don't want to ruin the fun for others. It's no fun when the person in control of the server generates objects to give to people. But if it's all legitimately mined up and earned, then who cares? You know, people can decide whatever level they're good with. You know, it's all, everybody has different dynamics. So it's just a matter of finding out how everyone likes to vibe, and then boom, you go with that. It works. It works quite well. As long as you communicate, you know? But it's fun being in a world where other people are, because then the world changes when you're not there. And you show up and you're like, oh, check it out. And also, sometimes you can band together for particular things. Like, in the one world we were playing on, there's a Thaumcraft mod, and there'll be this magical taint that just creeps out, and it ruins everything that it touches. And it corrupts monsters. It corrupts regular animals into ones that will come and attack you. And like even touching the stuff will cause damage to you, right? You can poison you, but you can also use it to create potent magical items depending. But the problem is if anybody's near a taint area, then that tainted area will spread further and further. So I remember the one time everybody on the server banded together and we just went in and started like taking down as much as we could of it. Now I know how to deal with any area like that. There's particular magical plants you can grow, and if you plant them all around the perimeter, it will contain it so it can't grow any further, and it will wither away a little inside, and then you can just keep shrinking the ring of plants around until you've completely obliterated the taint. But I thought it'd be cool to build an actual base in one of those corrupted areas. That's something that I've always wanted to do and have yet to do. So I think that would be one of my goals if we end up doing this up. Juggling, you've never played Minecraft? It's not for everybody, but it is an incredible game. I was introduced to it in a way that didn't make it interesting to me. Somebody showed me the Starship Enterprise being done to scale, and I was just like, whatever, right? Like, I didn't care. And then later I saw a video of somebody had built Middle Earth in it. And I just went, what? And I looked and I'm like, it's Middle Earth. Wow, what can you do with this game? So I got myself a copy without buying it originally. I got my hands on a copy without purchasing it and played it for like a year. And just played by myself without anybody else and with no mods. And just built like towers out in the desert. And I just enjoyed watching the sun come up, listening to the rain patter down on the roof. Like, it was a pretty zen experience. And then I got more into it and was like, yo, this is dope. I need to play this with like other people. And I need to own this game myself, actually own it, so that I can play with mods and on servers and stuff. So I got myself a copy. And then I started getting other people into the game. So my best friend, Carly, at one point, I got my mom to get an account because she liked playing farming games. So I thought she might like the farming aspect of Minecraft. Turns out she didn't care for it. But yeah, I got a ton of people into it. Cheevers, sounds like Minecraft got a lot deeper since you played. Bro, there's a crazy amount of stuff that you can do with it. Zircon, you saw somebody make a computer with redstone and you were in? Yeah, you can do so much with redstone. Jess, did I know most rain sounds is just sizzling bacon? Yeah, I did know that they use bacon sounds in place of rain. I've actually thought that myself sometimes when I'm cooking bacon. Juggling, you don't like the 8-bit graphic textures? I like the textures of Minecraft, but the reality is you can actually get like shader packs, texture packs that change it to more realistic looking stuff. You can get water that looks genuinely real. It's pretty wild. Habanero, you really don't care about most of the highly sought after items in Minecraft. You just want the building materials for your crazy builds. I tend to want a lot of like random crazy things because I like to build random super powerful objects. OS, you'd rather play with Lego? Well, fair enough. I played a lot with Lego when I was a kid. I like Minecraft more, for real. I like the whole wandering around exploring, the building up your magical powers, all the different gear and everything, gaining the ability of flight. Minecraft feeds my imagination. Actually, one time I played a Minecraft server where I turned it into like an RPG style concept. There are people who play on survival mode, not survival mode, hardcore mode, where if you die once, it deletes your world, right? Now, I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want, oops, you fell off a cliff, your whole world got deleted. So instead, I came up with my own variant where when I died, I'd be reincarnated as somebody new. And so each character would have their own existence based on what they had encountered. So I was wandering around and I found a village that had been like set on fire by being near a volcano. So there's villagers running around burning, and then I stayed and tried to help, and at night zombies came and they killed the entire village. So that character became somebody who was like the survivor, and he was massively traumatized by watching an entire village of people dying. So he went out into the world, womp, 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 and looked for another village. And as soon as he found that village, he started building walls around it and putting all these torches on it and like literally sleeping right away so that night would pass so the villagers wouldn't get attacked. He became about saving that village. That's what he was all about. And then he died to something I can't remember. And I had other characters, one of which was a barbarian. And they would just start out in random parts of the world. And I didn't mark anything on the map. So every once in a while I would stumble across something created by a previous iteration of myself. Almost like a god experiencing life through different iterations of himself. So I found the fortified village that I had like built around as a barbarian character. The barbarian was like questing. So he went to the highest place he could find to commune with the gods to figure out where he should go and what he should do. And at the very, very, very tip top of this like little pinnacle cliff or whatever, he's up there trying to commune with the gods. It was the highest spot that he could find. He stood there, looked up to the heavens, and then he turned around and there was a tiny little zombie riding a chicken. And then it leapt at me and knocked the barbarian off the cliff, and he plummeted to his death. That was it. That's just, oh, well, the barbarian's dead. Gotta be somebody else. Juglum, No Man's Sky, you build stuff there. No Man's Sky seems like a cool game. I think I had it on my wish list. I actually still have it on my Steam wish list. Jess, you think Minecraft is a genius idea, you just don't like the squares, and you don't like that it feels like work? Well, fair enough. Why would you want to play it if it feels like work? It doesn't feel like work to me. It feels enjoyable. I like the process of building stuff up. DJ Longhair, what's up? Oh, you watched Furiosa, huh? I saw that in the theater. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't worth going to the theater for, honestly. Ugh. Oh, Miko, I'm not getting No Man's Sky anytime soon, honestly. Like I said, everybody's like Magic channels and stuff have been on a decline. The amount of money that I've been making is significantly less this year than the previous years. So I have to be a lot more cautious and hold on to more of my money. So I want to be like, I know Carly's going to have to get some fucking dental stuff done soon, and she needs like a new night guard and stuff. So I'm saving money for that kind of stuff and avoiding splurging on stuff like that. So No Man's Sky, that will go into my collection like X years down the road when there's some insane Steam sale going on. It's like, you can get it for $8. And then I'll be like, okay, now we're talking my price point. But the sales they put it on, it's still $40, $50, right? So it's too much. It's too much for me to expend on something like that. I have to be smart with my monies. Stavro, are you too late to hear about the Magic Arena drama? Well, you know what? I'll give it to you real quick, buddy. They did a 9.5 gig update today, and people are losing their minds over the fact that if you're doing it on a mobile phone, first of all, you have to download like 9 or 10 gigs worth of data. Secondly, that it can take like 10 hours to do, and then there's still a bunch of errors and stuff that are happening. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. Miko! All right, buddy. Sounds good to me. You had to put 1K on your kid's teeth. See how it goes. You see how it goes. You got to make sure you take care of the people you care about. And dental care is important. And there was a point where we couldn't afford to do that at all. So, like at all. Dental issues came up, didn't have the money for it at all. So I've made it a priority to never feel that pathetic and helpless again. And to have money for like an emergency situation like that, money to make sure that Carly's medical needs are taken care of. I have to get like normal dental care, like brushing, like cleanings and stuff too, but they're going to be changing it up so the government will give you a little bit of a tax break on that kind of stuff, hopefully. I have to look into it to see exactly how it works, but yeah. I keep my expenses as low as possible and try not to spend too much. That's what makes all of this work. If that's the only reason I get to be a streamer, video maker, and stuff, is because I pay attention to the dollars and do not. I try not to waste money wherever possible. There are certain things like I did buy a nice GoPro camera and the stand and everything to go with it. That's because I got a series of sponsorships all together and was like, oh, all right, together these give me a big enough chunk that I can do that. But that is a rarity. I'm hoping that in the future, maybe by doing other content or whatever, that I'll move up a tier and be making like frivolous level money where I can just buy whatever I want, like I see people purchasing, you know? That'd be dope. Miko, check out Humble Bundle. I haven't looked at Humble Bundle in so long because most of the time when I go, they're just trying to sell like books, it feels like, you know? Juggling No Man's Sky is a pretty lonely game. Time to relax and build stuff nobody cares about. It's a pretty negative view, buddy. So yeah, I try and like maximize my deal getting. So for like I wanted Portal 1 and 2, and I was able to get Portal 1 and 2 together for a fucking $1.29 on sale, and I sold a bunch of my Steam cards to fucking pay for the cost of that. And I'm like, yes, that's how you do it. I don't need to be somebody playing a game right when it comes out. I'm fine with waiting. I'm fine with waiting until like X number of years. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's the same way I don't need to see a movie coming out right away. If I was like somebody who made content based on that stuff, then that would make it more of a priority, right? But like the same way that I don't spend money buying Magic product to open and whatever. I talk about Magic, but Magic's gotten so expensive that literally the only time I get Magic now is when other people hook me up with it. That's it. It's just too fucking pricey. It's too pricey. Juglum, you're saying it's a cool, relaxing time? Oh, weird. It's the way that I read that. I thought you were like saying No Man's Sky sucks, bro. I misinterpreted. Civ 5? I think the last Civ game I played was Civ 3. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. James P. mentioned my store link. What do you mean? Teespring? Sandwich, you're spending too much time on the internet, buddy. You're absorbing too much fucking negative news bullshit. Clearly. You need to get some fucking balance, bro. James P. mentioned my store link for Phoenix. Oh, the PayPal link for the game store. Yeah, that's where people send money that I can use to get stuff at the store. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. All right, well, now I've mentioned it because you reminded me. There you go. Thanks, buddy. Sandwich, I'm definitely right, bro. The stuff you're saying is like, you will benefit from getting out and doing what the kids call touching grass. Go walk in some woody nature area and just enjoy the bugs and the birds and the sounds of life. And the fact that when you're in areas like that, pretty much everybody is friendly and will just be like, hello. People sensationalize shit on the internet because if they make you think everything is terrible, like, oh my God, the world's falling apart, then they'll get your attention and they'll oh, thank you for fucking boosting my metrics or whatever. You know what I mean? Now I know that a lot of what I talk about in Magic is negative, right? So you could theoretically go, hey, don't you do the same thing? The big difference is I'm talking about a card game and its flaws. Nothing I do makes people feel like the world is dangerous, unlivable, that they're like, that they should be worried and fearful. Do you know what I mean? So there's a huge gulf between those as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I am very critical of Magic because I'm unhappy with a lot of things that are going on with it. But nothing I do in that regard can impact things on the way that people want. The country you're living in is going to hell. It only gets worse from here. Like, it's ultra mega doom that leaves no room for any good advancements and just convinces you that everything's going to suck. And it makes your life worse. It's making you paranoid? Yeah, bro. Stay away. Stay away from the news. Especially since people will hear of one random tweet saying something, and then they'll go, this is an absolute reality. It's like, that's a tweet made by somebody with no followers. It's an account that is nothing. And you're acting like it's reality. And they do that because it works to get attention, right? Like, I could be a world-class doom monger if I wanted to be. I could squirrel people up so badly and make them feel awful about life and uncomfortable and fearful. I could do that and make money. But the idea is so fucking repugnant to me. I refuse to watch that kind of content. I do not respect that kind of content because it's not created from the perspective of somebody who's actually trying to inform people or improve any situation. It's just for pure selfish gain. The people who are doing that, they're not going to even try and help whatever made up problem that they're fucking talking about. You know? So that shit is gross to me. I think it's fucking disgusting and pathetic. I do not respect it as content, like, for real. I see people doing quite well with it. There is a dark path to success on YouTube. I understand it. I fucking know that I could get a ton of views if I just said, like, really fucking over the top, hyperbolic, negative shit, got into the politics and all that. I could rake in the views and I could make money, but I couldn't respect myself for doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not willing to do something that destroys my self-respect and makes other people miserable and afraid for money. That's fucking awful, you know? Jesse, well, there's some people who feel that way. They don't care how gross it is because they get money. There are people like that. It is what it is. I'm not like that. I can't be J-Station. I can't make videos designed to lie to fucking 6-year-olds and then make videos about my lady dying, fucking straight up pretending like she died for, like, it's crazy. It's crazy the scummy shit that people will do to get views and attention. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. Millmaster says, yeah, even if it's real, it doesn't matter if it's real or not, because they're just going to ignore it for something even more inflammatory the next day. 100%. 100%. Habanero, yes. Bingo. Something that really helped out Habanero. The first thing you interact with when you get out of bed will frequently set your mood for the day, so interact with something mentally healthy. Don't go and check the news. Don't go to a Reddit where people are being miserable and acting like everything sucks. Because it's true. I found the same thing, Habanero. If I get up, because I'll get up and go to the bathroom or whatever. First thing, okay, I gotta drain my body of waste. So you go and fucking sit on the toilet or whatever, pull out your phone, and then you start looking at miserable shit. And before you've even started your day, the world's already awful. Things fucking suck. You know? It's not good for you. It's not good for you. Sandwich, you need to play more Magic. Do it, buddy. Get some more magical goodness in your life. Do it up. Morrison wrote a poem about it. Begin the day with the sign of the day's divinity. Honestly, If you start your day out with positive shit, you're going to have a better day. If you start your day out either by looking for something positive externally, going and reading something that's uplifting to you, or if you wake up, like, I am not religious, but people who start the day out thanking God for their existence, just the mentality of starting out thankful for being alive when you start your day off, thankful for the existence that you have and the possibilities of the day, that will go a long way for you mentally, right? If everything is shit, why bother trying? Why put in any effort? Why not just let yourself sicken and fade? You know what I mean? You're not even going to care because the world's awful, so screw it. Just let it go, you know? So I agree. The way you start out your day is super, super important, 100%. And I don't pay nearly as much attention to people being negative as I used to. When I find it on like Twitter or whatever else, I just kind of start to tune it out. I just go, okay, this is just people arguing over nothing that matters. I'm out. I'm not going to bother with this. You know, if I find my mind is starting to drift into the unpleasant, then I will redirect it, because that's what you have to do. If you don't take responsibility for your own thoughts, somebody else is going to decide what you think. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. If you put no effort into paying attention to what's going on in your mind, you are just going to sponge up random crap from people. And the internet is more negative and fake than it's ever been. It's just a bunch of fractious, false garbage in a lot of ways. You got to pay attention. Miko, you just sleep until you have to rush out the door to get to work so you don't have your phone on you a lot of the time? Well, that'll just save you. That'll just save you on its own. But yeah, it took me a while to realize that I was inviting the negativity and bad times in. And you can always find things that are going wrong in the world. Always. But you can always find things that are going right too. You know? It's just like, oh man, the world's going to hell. There's not enough for us. All of this other stuff. And then at the same time, oh, check it out. They just did like a successful heart transplant into this little girl. And now she's going to get to live. And it's like, whoa. Like there are tons and tons of amazing things going on. But because we're animals and we're primed to try and survive, your brain, if you don't train it not to, will seek out the negative, because your brain thinks that you're out in the woods right now. So anything negative is a threat to your existence. But it's not. Almost everything negative that's going on in the world right now has nothing to do with you and will have no impact on you. That's the reality. So it's really easy to get pulled into it. But yeah, if you pay attention to what you're engaging with, it will genuinely improve your life. You know, if you just take out your phone all the time, open up Twitter and just randomly scroll through, oh, I don't got anything better to do, you need to find something better to do. Anything. But yeah, I mean, I had a whole number of things that I had to work through that were going on with my mind. And it took a fair bit of time and effort, but it's paid off. I'm in a much better mental state than I was a year ago and a year before that and whatever. I mean, 7 years ago, things were like nightmarishly bad, and then the life got better, so things got better, but my mind didn't get that much better. It was still living in the past, and there's a part of me that's still terrified of going back to how it was. I'm not going to let it, but, you know, that fear exists. So I've got different things that I do to keep my mind from getting out of hand and keep things in check, you know? And it's worthwhile. I've definitely been happier more as of late. Not all the time, you know. Today wasn't a particularly happy day for me, you know. I've got a lot going on in my mind and thinking about what my next moves are and whatever else, but I've got that luxury as well. I've got the ability to think about that. There's a lot of people who will never even get to have the level of success that I've had on the Magic Historian, let alone think about what their next level is going to be. You know what I mean? Miko, yeah, getting out and doing getting some adult interactions, good for you. You spend too much time hanging out with just kids and you're gonna, well, I mean, in some ways, kids have a lot of joie de vivre, right? So there is that, but they're also dumb. Man, The Expanse, I'm still enjoying it. There was one episode where I started to go, I don't know about this. And when it comes to that blonde chick that they brought in, the speechwriter for the president or whatever, I skipped past her parts because she is boring. Sandwich, you drink a lot too? You shouldn't do that, bro. You shouldn't do that. Like, no, I'm not saying don't drink at all, but if you drink too much, it's not good for you. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be happy. Like, when it goes from enjoyment to substance abuse, that's where you have a problem. Take it from somebody who used to have a genuine problem, not specifically with drinking, but with herb, and I needed to be high all day, every day. I needed it. And it was not the way to live, honestly. I look at it now and go, man, what a waste that was, right? But I didn't have the proper mental tools to deal with what I had going on, and it was easier to be hyper-focused on staying high than it was to get better and take care of myself. And it was a real struggle to get where I am, but the reality is, it's absolutely worth it. Sandwich, it's hard. Here's the thing, though. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay? And the anxiety thing, that's something you can overcome. But the thing about anxiety is you have to face your anxieties head on. You can't defeat anxiety doing anything else. Anxiety is only defeated by taking it head on, because every time you avoid what you're anxious about, you reinforce to your brain that it's something to genuinely be afraid of. If you are always terrified of the dark and you refuse to ever be in the dark at all, you're telling your brain it's right to be afraid of the dark. Under every, like, you can be locked into a room where nobody can get in, so there's nothing that can hurt you in the darkness, but you'll still be terrified of the dark for no reason, right? Anxiety goes when you face it. Get the book Mind Over Mood, get it, buy it. It's worth it, genuinely. Like, I told you I try and save my money. It's worth the fucking $40 I spent on it. It's worth fucking it's worth 1,000 times that, honestly. It's genuinely a super useful book that will tell you how to sort out what's going on with you. And the thing is, you've built all this up over time. So you have to put in effort to tear it down and build something better in its place. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you, like, just stop drinking and then tomorrow your life's going to be awesome. But if all you do is get fucked up to try and avoid being afraid, you're always going to be afraid. You're always going to be miserable and fucked up. And on top of that, you're going to end your life faster. You're sacrificing your life for no real gain, bro. It's not worth it. It genuinely isn't. 100%. Being messed up all the time because of anxiety doesn't help you. And you're just adding to your anxiety. For real, you know? Get it under control. You'll be much happier. If you just drink when you want to for enjoyment, it's going to be 1,000,000,000 times better. Habanero, you stopped doing wake and bakes because of that? You know what? Getting high right away when you get up? I used to do that. I used to feel... One of my friends said, your response to every stimulus that exists is more weed. And he wasn't wrong, man. I had an unhealthy habit, and it cut me off from people. It cut me off from living. It robbed me of a bunch of experiences and a fucking better life. And I absolutely refuse to accept living that way anymore. I deserve better. I'm treating myself better. And I don't need to get high anymore. I like doing it. I do it for fun. And that's what it feels like now. I'm not sitting there miserable all day, right? Like it's a marked difference. So much so that I'm literally here preaching about it, you know? Break stop. Yeah, self-medicating with herb, I don't think is the way to go. The only people that I can see it being a valid choice for are people who are doing it strictly from a pain perspective, where they're just like, this is the only thing that helps me deal with my pain. If I was in pain all day, I'd be high all day. I don't give a shit. I'll take whatever drugs I need to get through my day, whatever it takes. But if I don't have that as the reason, I refuse to diminish my own existence. I deserve better from myself, so I'm going to treat myself better. And I ain't here judging other people negatively. I'm not judging you negatively, Sandwich. I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out the fist bump of you can fucking do this shit and you're worth it. So go for it. Go for it. It'll suck at first, but you know what? It's not going to suck nearly as much. You're not happy now. You're not happy. What do you stand to lose? Your fucking unhappiness? This shit that you're going through that's costing you your money, your time, your happiness? Like really, what do you have to lose? A shit existence that you don't value? Right? Or you can just not care about yourself. I used to not care about myself. I didn't care if there was a fucking battery in the smoke detector, which is insane. I want to be alive. I actively want to be alive. If there's not batteries in the smoke detector, that's a fucking problem. I ain't getting cooked in the night. Being alive is awesome. I can't help other people have a good time. I can't make other people laugh. I can't spend my time with Carly and enjoy myself if I'm not here. You know? Miko, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. It can be daunting, and I have no idea what the right answer is in that situation for you. So, whatever you choose. 10-4 with the purple love. Nathan with the membership message saying, I care. Don't get cooked. Don't worry, buddy. I intend to stay. I actively work on my health now. I've made multiple choices that have made my health better, and I keep making more to work on my physical and mental self so that I can exist for as long as possible. I want to create more enjoyable memories with Carly. We went through a really, really hard time for years for a number of different reasons. One of which is the fact that I always needed to be high all the time. Finding out about her disability, we didn't know what it was. It took years to figure that out as well. You put it all together and you get a very challenging situation. So I want to make the most of the time that still exists for me. I can have decades and decades of good living, right? I don't need that much to be happy, honestly. I know the things that I need to avoid, and I know some of the changes that I need to make. And ultimately, the stuff to avoid is super easy. Like, I don't even care now about the whole, like before, I desperately needed to get high like all the time to even be able to handle life, it felt like. And now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It could just like, some raccoon could break in and steal my fucking stash, and then I'd be like, oh, that sucks. Before him, I'd be, I gotta call somebody. Something's gotta happen. You know what I mean? Not anymore. Not anymore. Nathan, yeah, 1 month as a member. It feels quite different than over on like Hatcher the Historian. Thanks for supporting me in a number of different locations, Nathan. You've been a great dude for a long time here. And I remember you were one of the ones who was very much like, bro, you need to have an emergency fund, you know, like responsible adulting stuff. I'm glad that you're around, bro. Miko, nice. Picking up organized sporting to get healthier, get your kid out of the house. It's good. It's good that you genuinely care, you know? Millmaster says, there are people out there who will listen even if you think you're alone, especially around here. Everybody in here, you fucking matter as a person, 100%. You genuinely matter, and it would suck if you were gone. So, if you're in a place where you don't care that much about yourself, understand that other people do. And you can care more about yourself and be happier if you make some changes to better your life. And all you really stand to lose, honestly, is your own unhappiness. It's fear of change and that it'll be something worse. But ask yourself, how much worse could it be than what you're already living? You know? What up, every day? Made it just in time to say goodbye, eh, buddy? So what's up and good night? Well, what's up and good night to you, sir? Every day says, what's up with the affirmations? I'm in the wrong stream. Bro, there's a part of me that straight up wants to make videos to try and help people make their lives better. For real. For real. But then there's another part of me that's like, people just want to be entertained by you. People want to hear you say funny, dumb shit or talk about card games. Nobody wants you to tell them how they can fucking theoretically make their lives better, right? Lightwave says, choose one or two things to do twice a week and do it every week. After a year or a decade, it will transform you. Take a dump on the roof once a week. In 10 years, you'll be transformed into a roof shitter. Miko, you say it's been a deep stream and it's been so good. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. At the end of the day, if what I say helps one person, it's fucking worth it. And there are a number of people who've contacted me back when I was quitting smoking and all the struggles I went through. There was a bunch of people who were supportive of me, but more importantly, there were some people who reached out to me afterwards and said, "Bro, thank you for quitting smoking and encouraging me to quit smoking, because I did it and now I get to spend more time with my daughter and live longer and all this kind of stuff." And when I get those emails and I'm in like the right mood or whatever, I literally tear up because it feels super meaningful. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody's life fucking matters. You think that your life is this deep and complex thing and there's all this stuff going on, and you forget that everybody has that going on. Everybody. Every single person, right? So doing something for one person, it matters. People fucking matter. We matter. Don't let yourself get lost in the sea of the internet and all the things that are happening and let it make you feel insignificant and like you don't fucking matter, because you fucking do. All right. That's a good place to end it off on. Now for your fucking assignments. Everybody in here, you got to get up tomorrow and start your day with goodness, thinking about good fucking shit. All right? And you can come and tell me about it tomorrow night. Sounds good to me. Fuck it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm going to go full Tony Robbins on this motherfucker. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. I very much enjoy spending time with you guys. And I look forward to whatever the future brings for all of us. But for now, I'm getting the hell out of here. So goodbye. Get the fuck out of